Hey guys, today I want to show you a Chinese dish called Lao Hu Cai, which basically translates to tiger dish or tiger salad, as I like to call it. Because essentially that's what it is, a salad. But there are a few crucial things it does differently, which have already made Lao Hu Cai my new go-to style when I want to have a deliciously refreshing salad. So what we're going to do is we'll first follow the more traditional approach to making classic northeastern Chinese tiger salad and learn what that's all about. But then we're going to apply all those basic principles we've learned and combine them with a few local ingredients as well as Western salad making techniques to come up with a Germanized tiger salad, if you will. So we can see how that stacks up against the original and if we can get the best of both worlds. So if you're anything like me, your salad game is about to change forever. Thank me later. I'll walk you through the entire process in a second. Alright, so let's talk about salad. I always feel like they're usually either very boring or they're so stuffed with like cheese and croutons and chicken nuggets or whatever that they're just like a full meal at this point. But what I want is a standalone side dish made from fresh veggies that still tastes good by itself. And at least for someone like me who grew up in Germany, I feel the mistake most people make is building salads around lettuce. I mean, the German word for lettuce is actually Salat, so there's that. But when I lived in China, one of the many culinary things that completely blew my mind is that, first of all, lettuce actually tastes amazing as a last-minute addition to soups. Who knew? And also that salads get so much more flavorful when you build them around something else that's not lettuce. And this is where Lao Hu Cai or tiger salad comes in. As always, there are countless varieties of this, but the main building block of Lao Hu Cai is almost always green peppers, which is actually really smart because they have this grassy, fresh taste without tasting bland. But these are not typically green bell peppers. Instead, I headed to the Turkish grocery store near me, which has a much wider selection of peppers. You can use what you like, spicy or mild, round or long. I mean, spicy is definitely traditional, but I personally prefer the milder ones. The one thing I'd recommend though is finding a thin-skinned pepper, if that makes any sense. The advantage here is that they are a bit easier to work with. In the end, you want to de-seed your pepper, but ideally keep it whole for now, then slice it open, flatten it, and eventually cut into thin slivers, which is the form factor we want to maintain throughout the entire dish. The next element is going to be some type of onion, and traditionally that's the white part of a leek. Fortunately, they lend themselves really well to being sliced lengthwise. And the third key ingredient is a whole bunch of cilantro, and yes, I can already hear the sound of people unsubscribing, but you know what? While I usually hate to sub parsley for cilantro, I think in this case it actually works quite well flavor-wise. Okay, so after these three base ingredients, we are getting to frequent but optional additions. One of those would be celery, but this is Chinese celery, which is a whole lot smaller than what I'd normally find in Germany. This one right here is actually even a big one. The good news though is that it tastes pretty much the same too. Then there is the good old humble cucumber, which you only want to cut into diagonal planks as well. There are all sorts of legends out there on why tiger salad is called tiger salad, but the most believable to me was that these shades of green sort of reminded people of a tiger pattern, I guess. But as this dish spread all across China, particularly the northern and central parts, more and more other ingredients have joined the party. One of them is carrots. They add color, crunch, and some sweetness. In addition to the green peppers, you can also find a few red peppers, mild or spicy, sneaking their way in. In a few cases, people will even add in red onions, but you gotta be somewhere on the hardcore spectrum to appreciate that, I think. My favorite non-traditional but common addition would be peanuts. In China, usually freshly deep fried, but I just go for snack peanuts from a can and they work just fine. Add as many as you like. To me, the more the better. They add much needed richness and textural variety. The dressing is very simple yet distinct. Yes, a bit of salt to make everything taste like itself, but the addition of a bit of sugar is actually very important here. I think it really helps bringing a salad like this to life. To balance that out, add a glug of vinegar. I went for the traditional dark Chinese vinegar, but white rice vinegar or whatever you like would definitely also work. If you're going for the dark kind though, be sure to go for dumpling or mature vinegar, not zhenjiang or qingqiang vinegar. A bit of soy sauce for umami goes in as well, but really just use a little bit. MSG is also welcome, but I didn't feel like it today. And then there's the not so secret ingredient, sesame oil. Now optionally you can also add minced garlic. 1 clove tops, a little goes a long way. So this is what a more generic tiger salad might look like anywhere in China, a feast of freshness and color. I love to mix this with clean hands and give everything a few good squeezes, which will slightly tenderize the veggies and make them come together better. Fun fact, there are very few dishes in Chinese cuisine that actually use raw ingredients. Almost everything gets cooked or processed in some way or another. Laohu Cai is a very notable exception. Okay, now you're realizing this dish was clearly made to be eaten with chopsticks, I assume. Literally any other way is a huge mess. And I think this is a great place to start our big redesign of tiger salad, a Germanized, westernized version, if you will. I have a few ideas. Let's see how they turn out. It all starts with shape. We're still going to be building our salad around fresh, thin green peppers, but this time we're going to roughly cut them into little squares. The goal here is to make this salad easy to scoop up with a fork or a spoon. Same with our leeks, cut them lengthwise first and then across to get little squares. There will also be cilantro, yes, there will also be cucumber, which I'm just going to quickly de-seed before adding it in so the salad doesn't get watery. But this time I'll go for local, Western style celery and kohlrabi. Have you guys ever heard of kohlrabi before? It looks like a turnip, but it's actually from the brassica family, like broccoli or pak choi. Imagine a mild and sweet radish. It's the most normal thing in the world over here in Germany, but I realized some people have never seen one. We're also gonna add a carrot, only this time we're dicing it. But speaking of German ingredients, the most German ingredient of them all is undoubtedly white asparagus. Every year, this country goes completely berserk over white asparagus for 2 months. I made a video about that before, make sure to check it out. Now we want to work on our dressing, but I want to make this French style, like a vinaigrette. Start with salt and sugar in a little jar. We add our vinegar, soy sauce, sesame oil, but then we top it up with olive oil, a spoonful of lauganma, why not, a glug of tahini as an emulsifier, and a squeeze of Bavarian mustard, also as an emulsifier but also for flavor. A few packs of cracker and now our vinaigrette is ready to be abused, like thoroughly. Voila, a creamy emulsified dressing. Drizzle that over your salad, add a handful of roasted peanuts, a clove of minced garlic, and this salad is ready to be tossed. Now get everything evenly coated in your sauce. Oh, come on. So here we are, classic Chinese Laohu Cai versus Germanized Tiger Salat with asparagus and kohlrabi. Clara and I tasted both extensively and, no surprise, we like them both. Texturally, the classic one wins though. Those noodleoid slivers just feel very, very satisfying. Especially after being crunched up and resting in the fridge for like half an hour. They get a bit softer, but they're still crunchy on the inside, which is just perfect. And speaking of which, unlike leafy salads, both of these will live on in the fridge. They will change, but they'll still be pretty good for another day or maybe even 2. But I absolutely loved the addition of German ingredients to the second salad. They worked really, really well. And that thick vinaigrette dressing was phenomenal. It stuck to all the veggies and just tied everything together. So next time I will probably slice my ingredients Chinese style, but make a creamy vinaigrette like this to dress them. No matter which style you go for though, or how you make this your own, I'm pretty sure you'll agree that this is so much more exciting than your soggy lettuce-based salad. So next time, try it, snap a picture, tag me on. Thank you so much for everyone supporting me there. And guys, I'm gonna see you in the next video.